Good. Okay, good evening, everybody. It is, my goodness, it is Sunday, September 18th already, and we have had such an incredible weekend. Hope that you guys have as well. We just got back home from an incredible elite retreat, and I don't want to talk about that a lot tonight because we want to hear from all of your Lifevantage Academies, but all I can say to you is do everything that you can to get there as fast as you can. What we have experienced was out of this world, unbelievable, and they just keep getting better and better every year, and each and every one of you deserve to be treated the way that we were treated, and I could not stop thinking about you all as we were there and wanting you there. And I don't know if you saw the pictures, but there was a double rainbow the first night that we were there, and if you believe in some good signs, that was an unbelievable sign because it was literally right there where we were at the end of the rainbow. It was so super cool. So welcome to everybody again, and especially the new people that have just joined our family. We are just incredibly excited that you're here. What we've got here at this company and these products and the people out of this world. I told you guys to get a pen and paper ready. So I hope you have those. The first number I'm going to give you is the call that's going to start in 30 minutes, and it's going to be done tonight by Elite Pro 9, Scott Satterfield. Scott Satterfield is a great friend of ours. He's actually going to be speaking with John Maxwell and many other network marketing professionals at the end of the month. It's a huge honor, and Scott is incredible on the phone, and you always learn so much from him. That phone number is 712-432-0075, and the access code is 887931. And as always, you can find that on bigbluecalendar.com. Just scroll down to the Sunday and it will be highlighted there. Incredible.
Can you repeat the number one more time? Sorry.
No problem. Absolutely. It is 712-432-0075. And the access code is 887931. And after you get off that call tonight or during the call, everybody, make sure that you get registered for the next Lifevantage Academy. As we're going to go through those tonight. But so those of you that are on the call, know and understand those are on the third Saturday of every month, except for the months that there is Elite Academy or convention. And I'm not sure if they're going to do Christmas or December. I don't think so. But every third Saturday. So put it on your awesome. Registered yesterday. Good job. Woo! Make sure that's put into your calendar every single month that you have that time put away. Take this business serious, you guys. I'm telling you, you're going to regret it if you don't. And I'm saying that to you because I love you. Elite Academy Orlando, if you're not registered for that, that's coming up soon. If you have any doubts, just do it. Trust me, you'll hear stories upon stories. That is October 5th through 8th. The next Lifevantage Academy, like I was just telling you, is November 19th because we have Elite Academy in October. So there's no Lifevantage Academy in October because there's Elite Academy. So the next Lifevantage Academy is November, but do not wait to register in November. Get it done now. Cancun incentive trip. I know some of you are very close to getting it. I see your faces, and you're going to make it happen. So look at your numbers in the back office, you guys. Some people aren't sure what their numbers are, and when they go look at it, they're shocked. So go look, all right? And then the last thing that I was thinking of tonight is this is a business, so save the date. If you go into lifevantage.com, click on events, and make sure that you click on save the date and write down all the dates for this next year and the year after. They've got all the big dates out there, and put those into your calendar and start taking off work and whatnot. So I'm keeping the rest of it short because we have so many speakers tonight that we're at Lifevantage Academies all across the country and up through Canada. And I know they're going to be short and concise and adding in their biggest tips. And I'm just so excited. And the energy and the pictures, it's like it's back again. We used to have these premier schools that happen all across the country and up through Canada and the world years ago, and there was a special energy that happened within the company, and what is happening is very exciting. It's very monumental, and let's get the party started. We're going to start out with Elite Pro 7, Miss Tanya Sheldon, who was up in Idaho. So Tanya, I believe you are there. We talked a little earlier. You there, my dear?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Good. I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Go for it.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. I just want to, I'll make it short, but one thing that really was an aha moment for me this week was I was at my networking group on Wednesday, and I said the phrase, dig your well before you're thirsty. And I had also mentioned, because we're doing these personal development moments, and I also mentioned you are the combined average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And this group is made up of professional people that are successful in their own right, walk with a lot of posture, and not one of them in the 8 people in my group had ever heard those 2 phrases, right? Those 2 phrases come from being in network marketing and being around the association that we're a part of. The training that we got, and Shawn and Michelle, thank you so much for fighting for us, because I mean, we usually would drive 6 hours for this, and to have it in our own backyard and to pay $25 for the training and personal development and inspiration and motivation that we received. There are so many people out there, even if you're a month into network marketing, the things that you hear if you plug in makes you 100 steps ahead of the average person. They're not hearing what you're hearing on an average basis. So you have to have confidence and a lot of posture in that, because things that we think are simple daily phrases that we say because we're network marketers, other people don't know. We're like the 5%ers. So you have to show up to these. Like, people pay thousands of dollars for training like this, and we get this on a monthly basis now because of leadership. And I always it's always, I see what you do, right? And what I saw in them was they never sat. Dondi always was up and mingling and talking to people. And because he got to know Laurel Adams, and she was able to introduce Holly, who was our local person that got up and spoke for 15 minutes. And what a moment that was. And I love that they're giving a local speaker 15 minutes also to have that time. Dondi said that was his favorite time of the week, or of the moment. So I just loved watching him as a leader, and the way that he, even when we sat down for lunch, he right away got up and he went and sat down with people. He just was there with them, letting them know that he was real and he was one of them, and he was listening, just like we do when we prospect people. And the other big nugget I got, I posted it on Facebook. He said if every distributor in Lifevantage had an auto ship of $100, not even 200, just $100, then we would be $1 billion company. Think what would happen if Lifevantage was at $1 billion status. Think of the leverage that would create and the exposure that that would give us and the branding that that would give us. We need to take more accountability for our businesses. Even if you're just using use the products. Think of what that would do for us, you guys. This is our company, and we should be protecting it. And we should be doing everything we can to get samples and get those products that we have into people's hands and to the hands of our distributors, and make sure they know what we have our hands on. Dondi showed us 4 publications. One was National Geographic, that's out this month on DNA expression. One was Bloomberg, which is all about business, and it was about how Google is they invested $300 million into a pharmaceutical company to create an anti-aging drug. And then another one was, I don't remember what it was. I posted on Facebook, but it was also about anti-aging and turning back the clock. And he said, never before in our history have the trends and the timing combined so perfectly for the opportunity of a lifetime. So we are sitting on something that is so huge, but you got to be using it so that you can have the belief and posture to share it with other people. So that's all I have, Michelle. Thanks for having me on. And thanks again. We had so much fun.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Congratulations. You guys worked so incredibly hard to earn that. And you absolutely deserved it. And I know that the Nettles they're out of this world. So yay, yay, yay. Thank you, Tanya. Go Broncos. Nice hat. Hey, everybody. Give Tanya, oh, look at that paint. I was just going to say Tanya and Kyle just closed on a brand new home, and she is painting. So send her a congratulatory text or message. It's a big, big time. Woohoo!
I'm like the messiest painter ever. I'm not kidding. It's pathetic.
You look good, girl. It looks good on you. All right, Ryan Rock, are you out there, my dear?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right. Are you driving?
No, I'm home. I'm good.
Okay, you are good. All right, I got to find you so I can get you up here. So Ryan, you guys went up to Fargo. He's got an incredible team up in North Dakota, just rocking and rolling. And as you've heard us talk in weeks prior, Ryan is just a traveling machine to keep that team just going, and that momentum continued. So Ryan, share with us Mr. Fred Davis and what happened up in Fargo, please.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a great trip up there. The people up there have got something really, really special. You know, John Brooks's team with Sheila Harris and Dr. Hode Harris and everybody have got some really good things happening up there. But we were fortunate to have Fred Davis, Pro 8 from Mississippi, in town. And Fred really took a different approach to the training that I really liked, because his approach was, you know, of course you got to follow the proven plan, and you got to pay it, you know, do the event cycle and you know, make sure you're in touch with your core habits. But what he dug even deeper on was you've got to do your research until you are convinced and bulletproof on the products. And once you've got that, you need to work on your personal growth, because if you combine those two things and then focus on the proven plan and all the proper steps, you're destined for success. And what he went into then was, and I'll say this kind of slowly because it took me a minute to write down, the Dietary Supplement Health Education Act of 1994, DSHEA. Dietary Supplement Health Education Act 1994. He said, look it up, read it for yourself, pay really close attention to that, because in that act, it says, and I had some of it pulled up here. Let me read you one little part of it. It says, the commission, there was a board, a group of people put together. It says, the commission observes that many products sold as dietary supplements are used for prevention and treatment purposes. The scientists on the commission noted that in some cases there is current scientific evidence to support such use. So, and then of course he would say, now keep in mind, I'm not telling you ours treat, cure, or prevent, but they're saying that some supplements do if there are the scientific facts to back it up. And then he went on to, you know, kind of go into how that part of that act also, though, is what created the label. That although they believe that some supplements do treat, cure, or prevent, they made all supplements put on the label that you see on our products that goes in to say, you know, this product is not intended to cure, treat, diagnose, etc. So again, you know, we can't say that, but this commission does believe that some supplements do. So, you know, he used that to really kind of make you, again, part of that bulletproof, to really build your belief in what our products do, because we know the science that's there. This DSHEA Act says they believe that some products do treat, cure, prevent, you know, et cetera. So, you kind of got to put those pieces together, but it really, it's really quite something if you dig into some of that. So that was, I mean, I think he spent about 2 hours on the personal side of things and building your belief and going into some of that. And then the one other thing, or two other things here that I want to point out to them, that I liked how he worded it. He said, even in a presentation, in a one-on-one, in any of that, if you are talking, you are not making progress. You need to get the guest talking and you listening. And then he went on to say, you need to when you meet with people, you need to genuinely find a way to make them feel good and to make a difference in their life. So that's to try to take 4 hours into a 2-minute little summary. That's a couple of my major takeaways from Fred. So.
Awesome, Ryan. Thank you. I haven't heard that before, so awesome information. Appreciate that. All right, Danny, I see you there. Share with us what happened up there in Canada with Master Pro 10, Carrie Dickey, please.
It was an amazing weekend that started on Friday. And thank you, Michelle and Shawn, because I know how hard you guys worked for us to get this. And we appreciated, and we filled the room. We did awesome. We got, I think, about 125 people. So we were really thrilled. We had other teams there and really bonding as a family and Lifevantage. Carrie was awesome. We got to meet her on a smaller level on Friday night for leadership dinner, and then of course the training on Saturday. And she was powerful and she was energizing, and she gave so much energy to the crowd. So many tips. I was just going through my notes when, because I knew you were going to call upon me sometime, and just so many tips and books to read and stuff. But what I really took away is you learn these people, these Pro-10s they're humans, they're normal, they're like us, they're not perfect, they struggle, they've made the mistakes, and just getting to know that is so cool. They're just not people that are on stage, they're real, with real feelings and everything. And a couple of the things I really took away, actually I got some great invites, some great openers. I mean, I always love listening to those, but really, again, it's about the follow-up. Oh, first of all, the great openers is the form. I've heard the form many times, all about form, but it hit this time. And sometimes you just have to hear things over and over until you actually understand how you can apply it and how it's going to really affect. And I worked it today. I was much better at my form. But also the follow-up. The follow-up is so important. And again, Carrie covered the stats on that and different ways of doing that, about setting up your next meeting and your next, what you have in mind next, and that preparation. So that would be my business tips today. But, it's so wonderful to have Carrie. Actually, I just took her to the airport a couple hours ago. So we had a great time after the event. We had a big barbecue potluck here and bonfires, so she got to experience some Canada on the acreage, so it was awesome. A lot of fun.
Yeah, we were texting earlier today, and she had an absolute blast and just loved being with you guys so much. And your numbers, when we were at the Elite Retreat, I kept getting updates on numbers because I kept asking, as all of you know, and I was getting official numbers as well from corporates and whatnot, and the people working it. And you guys just killed it with the numbers. That's absolutely amazing. So congratulations to you all. Can you real super quick, because we do have some more speakers, but a lot of people might not know what form means. Can you explain what form means?
Sure. I'll just flip to it. So form is when you're speaking to somebody, you want to get some information about them. So it's form is an acronym: family, occupation, money, and FORM. Family, occupation, recreation, and money. So you want to talk to them. How are you doing? And how's the family? Oh, great. Johnny's awesome. He's going to college. Oh, that's good. That must be expensive. Yeah, it's really expensive. We're not having, we're struggling to afford that for him. But it's his dream. So you start to build on and find the pain just by going through these conversations of just asking questions and connecting with these people, and one leads to the other. So I really got it this time. It was awesome.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate it. Congrats again. All right, Spaniels, I know you're out there. Let's find you. Welcome to the call. Hey.
I'm going to walk out here because
the Daniels worked really, really hard too, you guys. So hard. These people that were heading up these meetings worked. I can't even tell you how hard. The first one, and trying to get things done and then to get the numbers, because it's very, very important. It was a lot of work. I know how much work goes into that. So way to go. Big props to you guys, and it's all worth it. And they had Elite Pro 8, Tiana Tim, and she's just a beautiful, beautiful girl. So I'll let you take it over, please.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Just a couple things. I think she was a breath of fresh air, honestly. Just her story and how she hated people and her personal growth through Lifevantage was just insane. And you could tell even to this day, I think it's hard for her. Like she kept saying, you know, I'm not a professional speaker in any way. And it just was good for me to see, because you don't have to be this professional. You don't have to be this bubbly, crazy person or presenter to be successful. And people still respect you and they still can learn from you. And that was just really great. And you can, and she was like even a little awkward, and I loved it. And that's just her. And she talks about herself being a hermit before Lifevantage, and I'm more introverted. And so she totally just like spoke to me. Like it was just awesome. And another good thing she talked about, I had never heard it explained this way, was we get caught up in all these scripts and, you know, making it sound fancy and right. And we're all inside our heads and all the time. She's like, how do we explain our favorite restaurant? Like, we don't tell people the ingredients, what they have there, all these things. We just talk about the restaurant. Talk about what we love about the restaurant, why we love it, and that's it. And we don't have to make everything so fancy and be inside our heads. Like, just go have conversations with people and tell them why you love Lifevantage, one thing, and lead them to someone else to tell most of the story. So that was my 2 tips and my big takeaways from today, or from yesterday. And she was awesome. And thank you, Pose, for getting it to us. So we're so excited to have another one in November.
Well, you guys are awesome. Like I was saying to Tanya and those guys up there in Canada, Danny and Sveta and everybody up there, you guys have worked so hard for so long and deserve it, right? So when our people deserve it, we'll fight. We'll fight. So awesome. I know Tanya she is amazing, and I've never heard that restaurant analogy. And so many people, you guys, sign up because of passion. I ask people all the time on intro calls, why did you get involved? And so many of the times it's because of the individual that shared it with them, their passion and their conviction just about what was going on. So thank you. Love you.
Love you.
All right, Miss Kylie. And, well, she went to Denver. Are you there, my dear? I saw you.
Hi.
Yay, this is a big night. I love it. Kylie was in Denver with the Elite Pro 9 Graves. So let me find you and I'll pin you up here and get you started, sister. Thank you so much for being on here and sharing what happened in Denver, Colorado.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. When I got the message from Michelle asking if I would share, my heart started racing and I wasn't even talking to anyone. So this is my first time sharing it out to everyone. So some things that I took away. First of all, just staying plugged in. I missed my son's football game and my daughter's soccer game yesterday. And I just knew that I had to do that for our family. And I get emotional just thinking of it. But just remembering small-term sacrifices or long-term gains. So anyways, one of the biggest things that I guess I took away, and I've heard it before, is just that follow-up. The follow-up is huge. Like they said, when you meet with them after the first time, only 2% sign up after that. Then the 3% after the second follow-up. And what Fred said was, those are asking them the question, asking if they have any questions. On the third follow-up, 4% typically sign up with that. And then the fourth follow-up is 10%. And instead of asking if they have any questions, ask them how life is going. Get to know them by building that relationship. You don't want to become that, oh, it's Kylie from Lifevantage, I don't want to answer the phone. It's, oh, it's Kylie, my friend. And then on the fifth follow-up, that's where 81% typically sign up. And when you go in to follow up on the fifth time, then go in with, are you in or are you out? And where are you at with the business? And so I just liked how he really broke that down, giving us the statistics, but then also how to follow that plan. and then I guess too, going into the product, like he compared penicillin, Protandim with penicillin, and said, you know, it took 10 years for penicillin to get out there. And, you know, right now we're in 7 years with Protandim. And so people are chasing us, and we're in the lead with it because we're the first. So those are what I took. And, you know, I guess the biggest thing is just staying plugged in, going to these trainings, and, you know, getting on these calls. You can miss some family things, but again, it's just, it'll be worth it in the long run.
Amen, sister. You are awesome. You are beautiful, and the sacrifices are worth it. And when you know it in your heart, I always say, listen to that intuition. It's not easy, right? Nobody ever says that this is easy when you really, really want it, but you always hear people that have pushed through those sacrifices that it's worth it. And I can't stress that enough, even to that beautiful little girl back there behind you. It's worth everything to be doing what you're doing. I love you. Thank you for sharing. Awesome tips. Awesome. That follow-up, fortunes in the follow-up, those statistics are real and they are crazy. All right, I know, Dr. Davis, are you out there? From the Omaha area. Let's see.
I know she's on her phone, Michelle.
Oh, she's on her phone. Okay. Maybe I will have to, will you text me? I will look and find the number so that I can unmute, unless she got it unmuted. I see. Is it 402-419?
Yes.
Okay, looks like she's unmuted. Dr. Davis, are you there? Let's see. Looks like she's unmuted.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, great. Yes, we can hear you. Good evening. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, congratulations on your new customers and just all this awesome success. It's just been so fun hearing the excitement and all that. I can't wait to get to know you more. So share with us, you know, why Lifevantage for you, and a few of the great business takeaways, if you would, from Omaha with Elite Pro 7 Tammy Doherty yesterday.
Well, you know, why Lifevantage for me now? I'll tell you, I had a personal experience with optic neuritis back in late fall last year. And as an eye doctor, I knew that this was not a very good diagnosis. And Chelsea and Matt had introduced me to Protandim as patients of mine. And after researching the information, it was just a no-brainer. Like they tell you, the proof is in the pudding. The science is so sound. And I'm happy to say I've been on it now probably about 6 months, and my optic neuritis has resolved 100%. In fact, my visual field where I was missing vision in my right eye is now full, complete, and actually a little better than normal. So this is something that I want to promote in my practice because I'm all about prevention. I'm trying to preserve people's vision. So my takeaway, you know, I really went to the meeting. Number one, it was local, very easy to get to, and worth the time out of my day to go. And, you know, I blocked a schedule and went to show my support of my sponsor, Chelsea. I wanted her to understand that I am committed to this 100%. And I'm not going to be one of those that, is it Christy in her book that says, you know, are you going to be full on for, 5 weeks and then drop out and never to be heard from again? So I wanted to show my support and commitment. And my takeaway, it was interesting to hear the perspective of 2 or 3 different individuals sharing their journey in the business. And different personalities. So you had a couple gals super outgoing, very comfortable up front, and then the other gal was more quiet, reserved. You can be any personality style and care enough about people to want to share this, and it's a really big deal. I don't know that everybody gets it, but really, really, really a big deal. So thank you.
Amen. Thank you. That is incredible with your eyes. And just think, I'm not one to, I don't know. I always know that there's a reason that we all are here connected. And to know that you're an eye doctor with those eye issues as well, and knowing that Chelsea was there to share this with you, and the responsibility and the validation that you have behind this to give now to your patients and just, friends and family and anybody that will listen, Dr. Davis, is so exciting and so incredible. And what a feeling to know how your eyes are now and what the future holds for you and your families.
Yep, you cannot put a price on that.
No. Bless you. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. All right, Miss Marisa. Marisa, you are the last one, my dear. Phoenix, you good? You got I think you're unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Marisa, out there in Phoenix. Share away, my sister.
I've got my Lifevantage Academy ticket for November already.
Woo!
I bought two, one for a guest. I don't know who that's going to be, but it's going to be somebody, okay? So you guys got to put it out there, right? Got to put it out there. So Dave, oh my gosh, Dave Marquis, Pro 9 was incredible. We were able to be with him Friday night, a group 5 Pro 5s and above, as well as people got him, and it was amazing on Saturday. So I have a couple people I want to have speak, but I have to speak a couple things that just really resonated with me is he really asked us, if you could choose your life, if you could design your own life, what would it look like? We have an incredible product proven at the highest level of human research that is slowing down the aging process, and that is being brought to the world by a company on the New York Stock Exchange. Huge earning potential. Do you want to know more? If you could design your own life instead of choosing how to make a living, what would you do? Build in tens also he got us to think higher than our thought is now. It's not Pro 10. I hear Pro 12, but we'll hear more about that later. But I just hear, I'm looking for the 10 top people to do the same as us and take part in global revenue sharing. He doesn't talk about the products. I mean, he talks briefly about the products, you guys, but it is about the opportunity. And he also mentioned, be crystal clear of who you are, what you want, where you're going. And in order to do that, you have to know where you are right now. Before you know where you want to go, you got to be honest with yourself and know where you are and write it down. And we're all struggling. We all have our issues. We all have our things we're working through. So be honest about that. This is a recovering drinker, an alcoholic, who lost everything in his life 6 years ago. And now is living in Costa Rica with a family compound, and everybody wants to come down there and live with him. So it's pretty awesome. Do you want a big tax deduction, or do you want a small tax deduction? That's why you want the Platinum Pack, right? Who wants to free 2/3 of your time? Who wants to free 2/3 of your time? Who wants to have 2/3 time free? Have you talked to your accountant yet about what that looks like? Because if you haven't, our mindset's not there yet. So I'm making an appointment with my accountant. So I could go on, but I'm going to go right now to Anna and Lauren Merrill, and then I hope Kathy and King, if we have time. Jackie, you're going to be on my Zoom call tomorrow because I think we're going to run out of time. But if we have time, I would love Anna and Lauren, who drove 4.5 hours to get to where we were yesterday in Phoenix, and they brought 2 guests and 2 new distributors. Anna and Lauren.
Thank you. Yeah, my wife was very excited to get up at 4 o'clock yesterday morning. She was 5. We got up at 5. So, well, she kind of got up at 5. Just really quick, Dave Marquis was great. We didn't know who he was when we got there, so we were a little skeptical, or maybe just half asleep still. But he was awesome. A couple of things that we took out of it: he doesn't sell the opportunity or the products. He just simply gets people to the next event, which helps them to be educated. He educates people. We got to get out of a selling posture and just a sharing posture. We're not trying to convince. If somebody doesn't want to hear, you move on to the next one. And then promoting the next event was the big thing. He said the next event is the most important event in the history of Lifevantage. And that's the way you have to act. And, he was jumping up on the tables, up on the stage, and, he was a little bit crazy. But very excited, and that's the enthusiasm you have to have as you just educate people and invite them to the next event. And so we're excited for Elite Academy. We've got a couple people going, a couple more people on the fence. We're hoping to get there.
We bought a motorhome. We're driving 30 hours, so anybody that needs a ride from one side to the other side of the country.
Oh my gosh. Taylor, Arizona, you guys, up in the White Mountains.
We're taking the whole family and a couple other people.
Grabbing a couple from California and all over. They're meeting in Phoenix, and we're headed over. So
wow.
I liked, he said he doesn't do network marketing. He does Lifevantage.
Yeah.
And I really like that saying. I resonated with that Lifevantage is going to be changing the way of network marketing. We're doing Lifevantage. So I like that.
When people ask you what you do, I do Lifevantage. What's that? Well, let's get together.
Exactly. And don't give too much info. Get them to the next meeting and let the machine do the work is how we referred to it.
Absolutely.
Show and tell in kindergarten. All we need to know. So
that's awesome.
We're out.
Thank you, Anna and Lauren. And if I have time, I would love Kathy. And if there's time to have Jackie on too. Trying to get Kathy to Pro 4 this month. She is so close. Okay. And this is Kathy and Patrick Enking's last, I can't even believe I'm going to start crying, last local Lifevantage Academy, because they are moving to Reno, Nevada. But guess what? There's a whole new market out there. So I'll be going to Reno.
Oh, yeah.
So Kathy, just a takeaway quickly. We don't have a lot of time. I really want Jackie to share her story.
So, okay, Dave Marquis was amazing. And, everybody's really has really captured, but I think the biggest thing is that he upgraded everybody's thinking, and he upgraded the conversation around Lifevantage in such a huge way. Like, my thinking is just beyond what it was before. And that was so inspiring. But, something that he said, and it resonated with me. He was talking about how big Lifevantage is going to be. And he said, some will miss it. He said, some, even in this company right now, will miss it. And he said, it's going to require your best, but know that your best is good enough. And, I just got chills because I'm always asking myself that question. Am I good enough? Is my best the best I can do? And so I just love that. He was so inspiring. His story, super powerful. And I love that whole, keep it simple. He talked about his daughter, Savannah, everything that you need to know about this business, you learned in kindergarten. Sharing, show and tell, follow the leader, and story time. And I could go more into that, but I know we're out of time. So anyway, it was just like the most powerful thing I've been to. It is great.
I think so. I agree with you, Kathy.
Super powerful.
Kathy, can you intro Jackie?
Yes. Okay, so Jackie Shore is a nurse. She's a cancer nurse, and I met Jackie at a local conference, a cardiology conference, and I saw that she was into prevention and into health. She had worked with cancer patients and was, she was getting away from that world. She was working on her own health. And I knew that this was something that, if she just saw the studies, she would get this. So we went back and forth quite a bit, but then she came on board. And anyway, Jackie came to the program yesterday, to the Lifevantage Academy, and she had it was great. She had some really great coaching by Dave. So Jackie, take it away. Jackie? Uh-oh, she frozen?
She froze. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. This was amazing. He got her on stage.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, Jackie. Maybe we'll have to stay tuned for next week. There you are, Jackie.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can anyone hear me? Okay. So, yeah, it was incredible. He got me on stage because I said that's where I want to be. But the best thing that I took out of it is the words are 7%. How your words are used is 38%.
Take your earphones out.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Take it on your computer because it's hard to hear.
Okay. Can you hear me? The words that you say is 7%. How your words are used, the tonality, the rate, the pitch when you're talking to people is 38%. But 55% of when you're talking to someone has to do with your body language. Because the biggest problem for me is I've been very frustrated. I just want to take a 2x4 and hit it over some people's heads.
And he was like, and then he mimicked me of everything that I was doing on stage. And he's like, you can't be like that. You know, either they're going to get it or they're not going to get it. So that for me was really eye-opening, watching that whole thing play out. And then he threw it back to me. And when I went back and said to someone that, listen, I'm a cancer nurse. I watch people deal with life and death every day. And I'm sharing this with you because I want to prevent you from going down that road of illness. Would you look at this? And that was just a totally different approach, the tonality, the speed, and the heartfulness. So
I'm so excited for you, Jackie. And Jackie just brought on a brand new platinum pack this week, a nurse who she just met, who really got it. And I think you're starting to, you know, the growth that Jackie has accomplished over the last year has just been incredible. And I think Dave Marquis said, look, if you paid $35 today, I hope you get $3,500 worth of training and leadership. And just like Tanya said, people pay big bucks for what we're getting every day to be a better person. And I didn't mean to hog the rest of the conversation. So back to you, Michelle and Shawn. I love you all.
No, you're great. Thank you, guys. Jackie, I'm so excited for you. It was beautiful to see and hear everything that happened for you yesterday. And Kathy, thank you as always for sharing. Just beautiful. All right. I know that the other call is going and we have one last person. We got Charlotte. I had to go out of order. So I have the Charlotte there from Texas.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, girl. Go for it.
How are you? Well, we had Pro 7 Cassie Teal down here, and we had 115 people pre-registered in Texas. That's a big deal. So super exciting there. But she's just full of energy. And if you guys don't know her key phrase, it's why not me? Why not now? Why wait? You just got to take it. You got to go after it. So just real quick, a few tips that she gave us is she showed us how to do a 20-minute presentation. She showed how to ask questions, listen to what people are saying. God gave us one mouth and two ears for a reason. So we need to listen, and we need to cater the conversations to them and what they're needing and what they're wanting in their life. It's whether it's about the business, the products, but we talk about everything, but we need to keep things short and simple so we don't overwhelm them when we're doing a presentation. So that was something really good to learn from her. The other thing that she talked a lot about was promoting from event to event, but not just big events. Event to event can mean like a home meeting, the next phone call, the next leadership Zoom. We need to promote from event to event. So she said that as well. She said that was super important to make sure that you're doing that. So it's not just about our elite academies, but also about everything that we're doing in our areas and everything like that. So really, really exciting. She's a ball of energy, a lot of fun. It was good to see her. With little neat fact, yesterday it was 2 years. She was in Dallas 2 years prior on the exact same day. And I remember seeing her 2 years prior, and I remember her saying, why not me, why not now? And that has stuck with me my entire Lifevantage career right now. So that's my few tips, and back to you, Michelle.
You're awesome. Awesome as always. Incredible pointers and tips and heart tonight. You guys, thank you so very much for sharing everything. And I know those of you listening got a lot out of it and a lot of notes. Make sure that you guys get registered. Get on there tonight and get registered for Elite Academy and Lifevantage Academy, okay? You don't want to have any regrets. No regrets. Scott Satterfield is live now, and I've already gotten some texts from actually different groups who I was telling to make sure that they got on the call, and they're saying that he is killing it. So make sure to hop on there right now. Again, it's 712-432-0075. Access code 887931. It should be going for another 15 minutes or so. All right. I love you all. Love you, love you, love you. Can't wait to see you in just a short amount of time in Orlando. And go enjoy Scott. And let's just go have a blast and go continue to make a big, big difference. All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.